February of 1990 in Wayland, there was a huge measles outbreak, unfortunately, and my sister and I both ended up with the measles. I acquired the measles first after getting a vaccination for it earlier that week, and mine was a quite mild case of measles. Unfortunately for Tammy, hers were not. She got one of the worst cases of measles that Michigan has ever seen. I had a rash all over my body, just as Tammy, but the difference between it is mine were small, little clumps of rashes. Hers peppered her body. My mother brought her in to the doctors because we could not get the fevers to stay down. It had gone on for about 2 or 3 days. They had her transported to Detroit's Children's Hospital. And there they instantly admitted her, and during her duration there, other complications were coming up. She had developed pneumonia, she had developed fluid on the lungs, and her organs were just slowly shutting down. You know, the next day my parents called their friends and requested them to drive myself and my 2 older sisters, Wendy and Christy, to Detroit. I'm not sure if Wendy knew at the time. I had a gut feeling that this is not good if my parents are having us pulled out of school to go to Detroit to see Tammy. We arrived there and they instantly were expecting us, the people at the reception desk, and had us go upstairs to the floor where Tammy was. I don't recall what floor it was. And pretty much had us come into this room and had us sit down with, I think, a chaplain or a pastor of some sort, someone, and they went over some things with us about, you know, this is your time to say goodbye. It was very difficult. Then they brought us to a room and we just said our goodbyes. It was the most difficult thing I've ever done. Measles aren't just like a cold. They're not like the flu. Measles can kill. They can kill children, they can kill adults. My advice is to always get your vaccinations. It's very important.